Hello, ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. My name is TV Sky, and welcome back to Final Fantasy VI Advance, where we are still making our way through the Phantom Train. And getting save glitches. Because that's just how it is. So, we're trapped on this train. We have made a ghost friend who's following us around now. And the world is just passing us by. And one thing I like to note, look at the background. If you try and track it with your eyes, which can be a little tough, I grant you, at 30 FPS. Let me just pause it for you, actually. There we go. That's the thing I can do on emulator. Look how the background is using a lot of repeated tiles over and over and over again. But because it's moving past like that, you do get the sense that you're moving past things. And if you're not, like, paying attention to it, you don't see that there's repeated assets in the background. And you can see they're even using the same assets in the background of the fight scene right here. Gravity is an annoying spell. It takes away a quarter of my health, sometimes half, half actually with Cyan there. And my ghost friend here, he's not that powerful in combat, but he does have a command called Possess, whereby he can possess a given enemy, and then they die. It's a one-hit KO, it's a one-hit kill, but it also, as it were, consumes him. Like, it means that he leaves my party and he never comes back. And so you have to go and recruit another ghost friend, who you can use to do one-hit kills on enemies. Unfortunately, not all of the ghosts in here are friendly. If you talk to most of them, this happens. And see, that right there is the trouble with stuff like Blitz and Cyan's Bushido command is, I had the Ghost and Shadow working on the health of one enemy, and I would very much have liked those two random attacks to hit the other two, so that Shadow and Ghost's attack next turn could take down the enemy. But you can't plan because they're random. Which always annoyed me a lot when I played the game when I was younger, is that I had all these powerful attacks, but I couldn't point them in the direction that I wanted. But now later, playing it as an adult, I'm like, oh wait, no, actually that's probably a good thing, because otherwise there would be literally no reason to ever not use them. Something I do like about the soundtrack of Final Fantasy VI is also that this is where Nobuo Uematsu really starts flexing muscle. Like, he really starts... Like, I think I've talked about that before, actually. He really starts bringing in outside influences, so you have this kind of body house music going on the Ghost Train. And you have that quiet choral piece in the forest outside, as well as in several of the cages. But there's also other places in the game where you'll hear ragtime music, for example, as well as rock influence in the music in the battle scenes and stuff like that. So, like, this is where Final Fantasy, as a game that has a great soundtrack, like that part of the identity of Final Fantasy as a franchise, this is where that kind of begins for me. Because, like, there's always been, like, influences from other things. Like, Final Fantasy V has that fantastic battle on Big Bridge, which is Nobuo Uematsu just going full-on rock opera on us, like, in terms of the stylistic flair of the music. But this is the game where the whole soundtrack really starts to be influenced by many different musical directions. And again, that's something that comes back in Final Fantasy VII. Final Fantasy VII, famously, its soundtrack is tremendously diverse. That was a friendly ghost, but I can't bring him along because I've got 4 members in my party. Which means now I can show you the possession attack. I'll just wait for all the other attacks to resolve. Damn it. Yeah, see, because possession, if the target that I want to possess isn't alive, as it were, it just fails. But I want to show it off. So here we go. Nope, didn't work. It also has a random chance of failing, as I recall. By the way, I have no idea why the Angel Whisper continuously takes damage. I don't know why that happens. Howdy, folks! I got top quality items at rock bottom prices. No reason to be overcharging now. Like they say, you can't take it with you. Finally, I can have high potions. Thank God. I should probably have some green cherries just in case. And I'm fine on shurikens. No, that was another friendly ghost. Which means I want to pull off the goddamn possession attack. Ugh, okay, fine. As a one-hit KO, of course, it doesn't work on the boss of the area. There is, however, one boss in the game who, I think only in the SNES version. There it is. Poof. And he's gone. Only in the SNES version, you can pull off a trick that causes a glitch where you can use one-hit kill attacks to just kill a boss. A really, it's even, I think it's an optional boss, like a really intensely difficult one, who you can just kind of go, nah, and kill with a complete bullshit tactic. Ah, dang it. I think that hits pretty hard. No, it doesn't. Okay. No, because he hadn't taken any damage. That's why. Okay, I think level-wise, I'm probably okay. I don't think I need to grind. Still... I'm gonna fight these ghosts. Because even if I don't need to grind, I probably should a little bit, because there's a fairly intense section not too long from now. Yeah, I think. Where being too low level can, like, make it just really incredibly tedious to deal with. I'd like to encounter some... Oh, hello. It's another shop ghost. He doesn't have any different items, I think. No. Why would he? And I think there's at least one more friendly ghost in here, but... we'll just kick their ass. I probably need to heal soon. These jerks are a bit on the dangerous side. Okay, this D-pad seems pretty good at doing that quarter circle input for the aura cannon. So that's nice. Purple is stop, by the way. It completely stops the active battle timer so that you can't do any actions. Might as well. Oh, no friendly ghosts. No Caspers. Kamehameha! No escape. And boom. Please attack the other one. Yes, thank you, Seven. The Cyan, rather. Yay! Phew! What do you suppose that was all about? No escape. Huh? No escape. Who's there? Came from over here. No escape. Ah, they're coming after us! No escape. There are more of them this way. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. No escape for you. I think not. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. No escape for you. And they're gonna be repeating that a lot, and that voice hurts my throat, so I'm not gonna do it all the time. They just don't let up. Ah, god damn it. I hate that attack so much, it drains so much health. Let's just deal with that. Thank God for high potions. I believe we have reached a dead end, Sir Sabin. Alright. Hast thou an idea? Yeah. Time has come to put my training to use. Come, Cyan. Yahoo! No escape. Hey, I can still be... They just don't let up. We'll have to detach the rear cars. That should be the end of that. Oh, right. You have to pull the lever again. Ah, oversouls. There they are. And what you saw right there, and indeed right there, is that Shadow's dog occasionally blocks attacks for him, and then it hits enemies with, like, damn it, massive counterattacks. Like, truly enormous. And you saw me do my first incorrect blitz input there, too. And again, like, those are really damn cool monster designs, aren't they? Bum, 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 ba, da, da, da. We'll just listen to the save glitch. I'm sure. No? Okay. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna fight all the NPC ghosts that are running around that I can fight, because... I don't need to grind, but I should try and keep myself up on the EXP. Nope, that's a friendly ghost. Sorry, Casper. Not this time. Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. Oh, god damn it. Okay. And another wrong input. Seems my luck has run out with this D-pad. Damn it. Oh, God, thank God it missed. So the disadvantage, by the way, of taking Ghost Friend with you is that he drains, like, the fewer members you have in your party, the more EXP you get. But Ghost Friend drains a bit of that EXP. And he doesn't, like, he's not a permanent character. He doesn't show up ever again once you're done with the ghost train, so sometimes it's a better idea to just let him go. Here's another fun little thing. Food! Food! Bring me everything you've got! This is the restaurant car. Is this train's food truly safe to eat? What are you worried about? Can't wage war on an empty stomach. Do what thou wilt, sir. I'm sure there's no stopping thee. Sorry. Couldn't help myself. Free full heal. Ghost restaurant! How cool is that? There's a ghost restaurant. Ah, I'm stuffed. Shall we get moving? Please be seated if you wish to order. Again, something I love about this game. Let's just have a car that's a ghost restaurant where you can heal. Because why not? Another thing I feel like you'd never see in Final Fantasy 15. Although that game is nice enough to be sillier than 13, for example. 13 had no humor whatsoever. Bum, ba, ba, ba. Wait, no, it's better to go through. I think. Shit. Oh, well. Oh, didn't really hit him for that much. Huh. Oh, yes, much better to go through, actually. Hold it right there! I am Siegfried, the greatest... I should actually give him a German accent. The greatest swordsman in all the world, and that treasure belongs to me. If I were you, you over-muscled moose, I'd grab Grandpa here and run away while you still can. A very bad German accent. Greatest windbag is more like it. You're the one who had best beat a brave retreat. What? Brazen words for a man about to be spitted upon my blade like a plump and juicy pig. En garde. So this is a boss fight. Sorta. Here I come, you kids had better get ready. Hiya! He does not exactly do a lot of damage. Had enough yet? But he does have a crap ton of health. Or maybe he doesn't so much. Maybe I'm remembering that wrong. All bark, no bite. No, it cannot be. But the last laugh belongs to me. Wahaha, the treasure is mine. Au revoir, my friends. Maybe I should give him a French accent instead. An atrocious French accent. Oh, no, wait, maybe I can do that later. There's actually a reason why I might do that later. Thank God. Okay, good. Da, 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 da. I should really have the ghost use the possession attack so I can get full XP again. Let's see, there's nothing in here as far as I remember. Right? Yeah, no. Bum, bum, ba, na, na, na. Oh, once again, I'm used to my own runs through the game. I'm used to going over because it's faster, but we're not looking for fast here. We're looking for full. We're looking for completion. Let me see, because I feel like I remember there was one of these rooms where there's like a treasure chest hidden somewhere. But I may be misremembering. You want to stop the train? Yeah, that's just the same line as earlier. Just in case you hadn't gone to see the conductor yet, they put one here to make sure you get it. I'm gonna try and get the possession. No, I forgot. It can do that. Oh, shit, it worked. Nice. Thankfully. Ba-da-da. Did I forget to go in there? Yes, I did. And in here, there's an actual, not a boss necessarily, but a somewhat more difficult version of what we've been fighting so far. Who genuinely does hit quite hard, and you might want to be a little bit quick about taking him out. There we go. And he gets me a hyper wrist, which is good. And a sniper eye. Right, I can't really use that, but I can definitely... You can't stack hyper wrists, I forgot about that. We're almost there, kiddos. We're almost there. And if you have a ghost friend at this point... And there's the save glitch. There it is. He's gonna refuse to come with you because, well, there's the train. This is the engineer's compartment. We've got to find a way to stop this thing fast. Something's written here, huh? To stop the train, shut the first and third pressure valves, and then throw the switch located by the smokestack. So we shall. The train should stop if we throw this switch.
So, you're the one who have been slowing me down.
He's not happy about that. And now, we get to the fun part. Please hit, please hit, please hit, please hit. Yeah, I suplexed the train! Again, the fun you can have in this game. And with any luck, I'm about to do it again. Unless, of course, that's more than enough damage to take him out. Yeah, I keep saying maybe I should level, but the fact of the matter is once you have these characters and you have shurikens and you are patient enough to wait for Cyan's Bushido and you suplex a train, you do quite a lot of damage, and this boss is balanced for you only having 2 party members. You're like, because if you don't have if you take Sabin's story first, Shadow is most likely going to have left you by the time you get here.
I will let you go, but first there is something I must do.
It seems we have arrived. Ah, glad to be off that thing. The faster we leave that train behind, the better. Oh, I recognize those sprites. Is that Elaine? Wayne? Cyan! Was that your wife and son? The train's leaving? Please, wait! Lane! Wayne! My love, you made me so happy. Thank you. Dad, I'll keep practicing with my sword so I can keep Mom safe. Yeah. Yeah. This game is a little heavy. Like, and that's one place where the aesthetic lets the game down a little bit, like the sprites and the cartoony art style and all that. Then you get moments like this, and it's like, best leave him be. Where it's like, yeah, okay. It would land harder if, you know, it had a more realistic aesthetic. So that you could really play the emotion up, you know? And now, Shadow might leave me again at any time, I believe. And I'd rather he didn't, because there's a boss fight coming up. And I would like not to have to deal with that with only 2 people. It's entirely possible to do. It's not that it's that hard. But, you know. By the way, the main theme that plays on this map, it's Terra's theme. It's her theme that plays. Because she is in large part the protagonist of the first half of the game. Like, not a full protagonist, because this game has, like, it's an ensemble piece. It has lots of protagonists, really. Oh, no, wait, he does leave, doesn't he? Yeah, he leaves now, actually. I was wrong. Shadow leaves now. This must be Barren Falls. To the south of here lies the Veldt. It is a wild and dangerous land, inhabited by all manner of ferocious beasts. But if we turn around and go back, the Empire will be waiting for us. The village of Mobilis lies on the eastern coast. If we can make it through the Veldt, we could head there. I have served my purpose. Shadow! Thanks for your help. Let's team up again sometime. Right. So why did I remember having Shadow for the boss fight down here? I don't know. Must be a false memory or something. It happens, I'm old. See, because this is not a boss fight as such. But it is a long fight. Damn it. There we go. And if you can't one-hit kill the enemies, and they just get to wail on you, even if each of them only gets to attack once or twice, it can be tough to deal with. I've seen people do low-level runs through this game, where, like, this section can be troublesome because of that. Because it's essentially like several forced combat encounters all in a row. And there's the, as it were, boss of the area. What's the level 2 one? I feel like I barely ever use it. Oh, right, it's the riposte. Cyan will now counterattack if he's attacked. But only if it's a physical attack. So that's not that useful against this guy. What's the third? Oh, right. That's a gravity attack. It does conditional damage depending on how much health the opponent has, but it doesn't work against boss enemies, and that's what that guy is. That should kill him, I think. Yep, there we go. Da, 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 da. And I get no EXP for any of that. A youth draped in monster hides, his eyes shining with a warm and gentle light. He has one of the best musical themes in the game. Again, listening to this particular thing arranged properly with like a cello and guitar and mandolin, oh, it's good. Gao. Who are... Let's just listen to it for a bit, because it's... I always liked how peaceful and quiet and kind it is. But also melancholic. Like, it's a little tragic. And so is he. Now, Gao is a minor character in the game. Like, he has his section here at the start of the game, and then he sort of doesn't ever get that relevant. He's not an optional character, but he's about as close as you can get to one while still being ostensibly a main character. If you want to know his story, you have to seek it out for yourself. Like, he doesn't really have a main storyline in the main storyline of the game. Unlike most of the other characters, you have to seek out his story in order to learn who he is and what he's about. But yeah, there's a bit of a unique mechanic when it comes to progressing from here. See, the Veldt is a bit of a unique place in the world because the monsters that appear here rather the enemy groups, are all enemies who you have encountered at other places in the game, which is why we see these enemies from Locke's escape from South Figaro. And Gao also appears here and says that he's hungry. And not much else. Wait, how the hell do you... And we can't really do anything about that right now, so I have to punch him in the face. Whoa! You strangers! Go away! Go away from Veldt! And off he bounces. I need to figure out a better voice for him. But yeah, all the enemies that appear here are enemies that are drawn from previous points in the game. And there's a reason for that. Which we will explain at a later point in time. There we go. First, let's go get healed up. There's not anything in the buckets, right? No. Is it true that war has broken out? I got a letter saying that it had. You came down Barren Falls? Unbelievable. It's flowing even stronger than usual this year. No one's been able to get here lately. Carrier pigeons are our only link to the outside world. He's a mail delivery man. Did you see the house on the far northern plains? That old man has lost his marbles. They say he threw out his own kid thinking he was some kind of monster. This region's known as the Veldt. Monsters migrate here from all over the world, so it can be quite dangerous outside of town. You never know what you might run into. Indeed. Let's see. Anything better? Yeah, the claws. Wait, is there... Nope, no elixir in the clock. Okay. And Locke has unequipped absolutely everything, so there's really no reason to think too much about it. But I should get him a heavy shield, maybe, just in case he needs one at some point. I should get a couple of Magus hats, because they're better for Terra and Celis. And an iron helm. So you can see down there, Gao is already considered a member of the party. Like, the game is no artifice about, yeah, you're gonna recruit him. Of course you are. And one for Locke, I think. And then 3 iron armors. And a Kenpo Gi for Gao. There we go. Expensive little shopping trip, but worth it. Well, mostly. That's one thing that I kind of don't miss from old Final Fantasies, is that, like, a lot of the time you buy new equipment, you get, like, a 5 or 6% increase to your stats. Like, it feels like barely anything when you buy a new weapon, in terms of how much damage you do. Out hunting yesterday, I could have sworn I saw Kit running along with a pack of monsters. Wonder if it was just my overactive imagination. I threw some dried meat to a herd of hungry animals last time I was out on the Veldt, and would you believe it? Some kid scrambled out of the herd and ran off with it.
I wonder if that is a clue.
Oh, hey, you can buy dried meat here. I wonder if that has any use. Let's see. Anything I need otherwise? Not really, no. But again, no tutorial. The game doesn't tell you what to do about Gao. Just, he's hungry, and you can buy dried meat at the store, and there's a man who says, hey, if you buy dried meat at the store, Powerful ocean currents run through the Serpent Trench. Have you ever heard about them? Sure. If you had a diving helmet, you could make it all the way to Nikea. Like, the Gao is hungry, you can buy dried meat. A man says he once saw a kid out in the Veldt jump out and eat some food. Let me know if you need anything. I can send letters and packages to any corner of the world for you. There's the elixir. Sending letters, huh? I wonder if that's going to be important later. In fact, it might be important very soon. The Essen entrance to Serpent Trench lies within Crescent Mountain near the southern tip of the continent. Dun, da, 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 da. Can't remember if there was a secret passage here. No, okay. Move, please. Thank you. A grievously injured soldier wandered into the village not too long ago. I dressed his wounds, but his condition doesn't seem to be improving. Those letters coming from the town of Miranda are the only things keeping him going. Oh, a soldier from the town of Miranda, is it? Oh my. Injured lad. I'm a soldier from Miranda. When our town fell to the Empire, I was forced to join the Imperial Army. I tried to flee rather than help them attack Doma, but they came after me. I barely escaped alive. Now I can't even move. I'll never see Lola again. There's a letter on the desk. Would you be kind enough to bring it to me? There are even more Imperial soldiers walking the streets of Miranda these days, but things are peaceful otherwise. The flowers in the garden will soon bloom and announce the arrival of spring. How are you doing? I'm worried. I so wish that I could fly to your side and be with you. Please think only about getting better and not try to push yourself too hard. Rest knowing that I spend every day thinking only of you and wishing I could see you. Lola. I'd like to write her back, but I don't even have the strength to pick up a pen. Well, there is this carrier pigeon delivery service in town. So you want to send a letter to Lola for that injured soldier? Well, postage to Miranda is 500 gil. Again, all of this is entirely optional. Dwayne and Katarina are both 16. What a magical age. The springtime of love. Two teenagers standing in front of each other saying nothing. Yeah, I've been there. Let me see. I'm gonna need more money. I don't need the white cape especially, but I need the money for sending letters and stuff. Because that first letter we sent, it's not going to be the last one. Fortunately, there's a free bed right here in the back of the relic shop, which I really should have remembered earlier, but oh well. But yeah, we're going to have to grind a little bit of monsters to get the money to finish this particular side quest. A side quest which, again, is going to get paid off way later in the game in a way that I never understood as a kid, but understanding it as an adult, I'm like, how the fuck did they even think to do this? There's the Templars. And we might recruit Gao as well while we're out here anyway. So those Templars are going to be a little bit important, and I'll explain why later. I know I'm saying a lot of things, oh, we'll explain it later, but it's because we need Gao to be here first. Hey, there he is. Let's see. Where's the meat? There's the meat. What a peculiar child. I am Cyan, and this is Sabin. You Sabin? You Cyan? Me want more food! Sorry, all gone. Go. Get more from me. You're a regular little munchkin, huh? And you... afraid of me. You want some of this? Me no won't hurt you. Stop looking at me like that. Yeah. Oh, you're pretty tough for a little guy. That's fun. You're strong. You fall for it. Fall for trick. Shut up. Oh dear. Do simmer down, sirs. And thou, wild one, who might thou be? Thou? Thou. Thou, thou. 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 You angry? Cyan. You angry? Me? Cyan. You angry? Me? Cyan. You angry? Me? Listen, his family was just... okay? Me understand. Me sorry? Grown up mean person. Water under the bridge. Let us not dwell on such things. So, Gao, I have a feeling we will get along quite well. Will thou join us? Wilt thou, rather? Oh, Gao give you present. Gao give Sabin, Sign and Sabin nice present. Thank for food. Right. What manner of rubbish do you suppose he's gonna give us? Gao's treasure. Shiny, shiny. Shiny, 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 shiny. Can anything be that shiny? Mr. Thou like shiny thing? Mr. Thou's that one over there. Shiny thing, eh? Locke's gonna be jealous when he hears about this. Who Locke? Be Batman? Maybe he tried to steal Gao's treasure. Locke, well, he's... listen when someone's talking to you. I believe he's trying to tell us something. Fine. Well, what is it? Here. Here. Shiny thing here. Where Sabin is, that Moblis. Cyan stand place river bring you. Gao stand Crescent Mountain. Moon-shaped mountain. Shiny thing there. Well then, shall we be off? We might as well see what is as this Crescent Mountain of his. Why do we have to invite someone like him along? Mr. Thou, hurry up! We leave you behind! I told you before, my name is not Mr. Thou! And here's the rack time. Again, sounds better on the SNES version. The visual, the Game Boy Advance never had that great of a synthesizer chip for piano. It's a good tune, though. So here's how to build up Gao's skill. First, choose Leap, a command that appears only when you're on the Veldt. Keep fighting on the Veldt, and eventually Gao will reappear. When he reappears, you will have learned the attacks of the monsters you were fighting when he leapt, as well as those you were fighting when he returned. Four, choose Rage to have Gao use any of the attacks that he has learned. And now, please continue your quest. Bonk. So that's why there's all different, like all the monsters you fought all throughout the game appear here. And when you're here and you have Gao in your party, you can have him jump out of your party and join the monsters for a while. And then when you get him back, he's gonna have learned to do rages. You can see he's got all these rages from various monsters. And he can get quite a few of these. Quite a few indeed. Like, it's a long-ass list. And when you use them, he becomes completely uncontrollable. Like, he just begins to fight with the same abilities as the monsters that he's emulating. The trouble with that is that you can't control any of, like, what abilities he uses, so you have to be careful about which monsters you choose. And that's what makes Gao a bit of an awkward character in this game. Because, like, in order to use him effectively, you not only have to know what exactly each monster does, but you also have to be confident that he's not going to do anything that you wouldn't want him to do. But on the upside, it can give you access to some extremely powerful attacks very early on, like poison right there. It's not something that the were-rats can actually use. They don't have enough MP to cast poison, but when Gao uses a rage, even sometimes, like, there's secret attacks that the monsters can have that he then gets access to. So Gao can be an incredibly powerful character if you use him correctly. But getting him to that point requires a just unspeakable amount of grinding on the Veldt. And it's, in my opinion, it's just like, unless you really like the grind, it's just not worth it at all. And that's the trouble with him, which is also, I think, one of the reasons why he's not really a main character, because, like, yeah, you can just, after this section, you can just kind of ignore him for the rest of the game, and it's okay! That said, there is one monster set, one monster group that I do want to jump him into and get him back from, and that's the Templars and the Soldiers, because the Templars have auto-protect on them when you're using them as a rage, which means you take half physical damage. And that's actually pretty powerful, and they can cast a spell called, they can cast Fira, which is the more powerful version of fire, which is super powerful for this point in the game, and it's going to come in handy for a fight that happens in not too long. Ooh, I think those are actually worth jumping into, if I remember correctly. There we go. Now to get him back. Fortunately, I don't have to use dried meat to get him back anymore. He's just, I'm gonna fight some monsters, and eventually he's gonna pop back out and rejoin the party. The downside of the Veldt is that, as you can see, you don't get experience from fighting monsters here. Which sucks a fair little bit. Uh-oh. That's Berserk. Not that it matters that much, it just makes him do more damage, really. There he is. And Cyan is, yeah. Cyan had Berserk on him, so he made Gao go away. Great. See, because if Cyan hadn't attacked him, he would just have rejoined immediately, so... Right. There we go. Now we're just gonna wait. There we go. Got him back. And now I want to jump him out into the Templars the next time they show up. Which they should at some point, but that's going to be a bit grindy. And if, yeah, this video is getting to the 1 hour mark. So if we don't get the Templars while doing this, then I'll do that off. I'll do that off camera, as it were. I'll do a little bit of grinding with Gao to get him where we need him to be. And then we'll move on in the next video, instead of sitting here grinding away at it. But yeah, that's why Gao is not, at least to the best of my knowledge, not a very widely used character outside of people who, like, really go in on him and making him, like, crazy stupid overpowered. Yeah, definitely don't want the bomb, because that just makes Gao self-destruct. Like, it's a really cool idea for a game mechanic. Like, Gao is basically this game's version of a blue mage, which is an old established Final Fantasy. Like, that's the thing about the Final Fantasy. These characters in this game, they're all versions of established character. Ooh, I actually want the Megalodoths. Come to think of it, because that Blizzard attack can actually be really powerful. They're all established. They're all versions of established Final Fantasy archetypes. As in, Sabin is the monk, Cyan is the samurai, and you have like Locke, who's the thief, and so on and so on. Like, they all represent those jobs from previous Final Fantasy games, especially Final Fantasy V, but just encoded into actual characters. And like with Gao, they try to do something really cool and clever and interesting, but they tie it to a gameplay system that makes it just incredibly tedious to use. Because like when you're training Gao, it's just this. You're just walking around in a circle for ages. And you're kind of getting nowhere for a while. Let me see. Okay, I think we have enough money to complete the side quest we were working on. So let's do that, and then we'll end this particular video, and then I'll grind Gao off screen. Let's see. I think it's here. It should be. There it is. New letter has arrived. I can't find your favorite record. I thought if I played it, I might feel like you were with me here again. I'd do anything for Lola, if only I could move. Well, we can do something about that, can't we? You can send a record for 500 gil. Send it. And then we have to go and sleep. And then we have to go and check if the letter is there, and if it isn't, we might have to head outside of town and then come back in. I've never been able to figure out exactly what the mechanic is for making the new letter appear on the soldier's desk. It's a little bit opaque sometimes. Yeah, see there? Because it doesn't seem to have anything to do with whether or not the guy has been there to deliver it. And some people insist that you have to sleep at the inn, you can't use the bed, and some people say, no, you can totally use the bed. You just have to go outside of town afterwards. It's never been clear to me, really. And again, this is a side quest that I don't really bother to complete in most of my normal playthroughs. Because again, one of the problems with this game is that when I've tried to play through it myself in the past, because I'm so familiar with it, I just rush through it, and you kind of forget to appreciate the game on its own, like for itself, when you do that. Let's try sleeping again and see.
Maybe it's 2 sleeps.
Nope. Let's try sleeping at the inn, then. Did I press the wrong button in the courier office and accidentally not send the thing? Is that what's happening? That better not be what's happening. But yeah, this quest is completely optional. It does give you an item at the end, so you get a little gameplay reward, but mostly it's just, you can just do it if you want to. There we go, that worked. Okay, let's try the inn from now on then. Mother has taken ill, and we can't afford to buy medicine. If only we had some more potion. More potion, you say? Send it by pigeon. The poor thing has to carry a glass bottle. You can send a potion for 500 gil. And we'll try the inn. It's also a slightly expensive side quest if you, for example, have a very expensive shopping trip to do. To buy all the new gear. Okay. Almost there, I think. Good, the inn works. I haven't heard from you for some time now, and I'm beginning to worry. And another letter. And there's a reason why I'm doing this side quest, like why I'm bothering showing it off. Not just because it's part of the game and I want to show it off, but there's also, like I said, it gets followed up on in a really subtle way, which we'll touch on like 10 videos down the line. Actually, more than 10. It's gonna be like 15 or 20. All right, need to sleep first. Like, it's way down, like, it's way later in the game that this pays off. Like, way later. Crazy amounts of waiting time before it pays off. Along with some other stuff from this town. Remember those two love-struck teenagers we saw? Yeah, we might run into those again later. And they might be a little bit more important than they seem. But yeah, this video is going to have to go over an hour a little bit, because this is a long-ass side quest. Da, 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 da. You mentioned a book in your last letter. Someday you'll have to let me read it too. And talk to him, and then go send a book to her. Those carrier pigeons are real strong, I'm just saying. Carrying books and potions and records for record players. Maybe they work in teams, like maybe they have 2 carrier pigeons carrying them. Maybe that's why it's so expensive. Like, it costs more than 3 times as much to send a potion to the lady than just to... Could we just have sent her the money for, like, a couple of potions? Surely. That would have been cheaper. Oh, well. Da, 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 da. I love this melody, thank God. Like, that's, again, one of Nobuo Uematsu's strengths as a... God damn it, it's not there yet. I heard. You've been sending Lola all kinds of things in my name. I wish to thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please accept this as a token of my appreciation. Tintinabulum. What the hell is that? Well... So, it's a relic? Ah, damn it. Which, a small bell that rings as the wearer walks, restores HP with each step taken. It's completely worthless. Like, unless you're prepared to run in circles for hours in order to heal yourself, it's completely worthless. It's not worth all the trouble at all. But the narrative behind the thing is. So, I'm gonna save here. Then I'm gonna go off camera for a bit and get Gao to the point where I want him to be. And then we'll come back and move on. Hello, save glitch. So, if you've particularly been enjoying this playthrough, then thank you very much. I'm happy. Like, these videos I expect won't do even as much of numbers as my Monster Hunter videos, which don't do numbers. But I'm doing them anyway because I love this game and I'd like to communicate some of that love to you guys. So I hope you're enjoying it. And you're willing to play along, or well, watch along. A couple of people have said that this has kind of made them want to get back into the game themselves, which I'm very happy about. Let me know how far you've gone down in the comments, or if you know any secrets that I haven't run into yet. Other than that, like, comment, subscribe, Patreon, blah blah, YouTube business. I don't really want to plug things on this channel, but it's technically my job to do so. Anyway, thanks for watching.